हम लोग जब से छोटे थे, मतलब जब से एमबीबीएस में हम लोग ये पिक्चर पढ़ते आ रहे हैं, नो। अब ये पिक्चर बहुत सारे लोगों को पता भी नहीं होगा कि व्हाट इज़ दिस, तो ये खुलासा मैं करता हूँ, दिस इज़ फीटल सर्कुलेशन। तो ये सर्कुलेशन हमने क्यों पढ़ा, किस लिए पढ़ा, किधर से पढ़ा, किस किस से कॉपी करके पढ़ा, वी डोंट नो। तो ये सनसनीखेज खुलासा मैं आज करता हूँ कि ऑल दिस फीटल सर्कुलेशन वी लर्न फॉर द बिगेस्ट इम्पैक्ट मेकर, दैट इज fetal growth restriction, URF IUGR. So why we are so much worried about this FGR or IUGR? This is accountable for many problems like stillbirth, fetal distress, cerebral palsies, neurodevelopmental delay, the intrapartum distress, and many times doctor's distress also. ये slow है, जातच नाही पुढे. And the biggest problem with FGR is management variability. आप किसी ने ये सोचा नहीं होगा कि what is the problem with FGR. Management variability मतलब एक प्रॉब्लम के लिए मल्टीपल इलाज होना. कुछ लोग एक प्रॉब्लम के लिए मेडिसिन देंगे, कुछ लोग इंजेक्शन देंगे, कुछ लोग जड़ी बूटी भी देंगे. So the problem with this attitude is the outcome is the problem. The outcome is not standardized. You know, sometimes the outcome will be good, sometimes the outcome will be bad. So in this current generation, that is we, the fetal medicine experts, the legends are sitting here, we don't want outcome to be like this. We don't outcome like this. कि हम लोग जब रेसिडेंसी करते थे तो वहाँ पर ऐसा रिसिसिटेशन होता था कि बेबी क्राई हो गया, पीठ पे फटका मारा और पीडियाट्रिशियन को दे दिया, and my job is done. We don't want this. So that's why I am here. So good morning, Amox and Amravati. Here what I present in my presentation. It's a return journey through fetus. It's an interesting journey to understand what happens inside the fetus. And how do I apply? It's a return journey through fetus, and how do I apply to make it applicable for diagnosis of PE and FGR? Third, some interesting phenomena like ductus arteriosus, ductus venosus, I will explain in a very simplified manner. Third, a slide which I will give you, अगर आपको किसी को भी एक फोटो खींचना है, this is the slide जिसका आप फोटो खींचेंगे. This is stage based management of FGR, and if you don't know this, this will revolutionize your practice to some extent at least. एक जो प्रेजेंटेशन ऐड किया है मेरे इसमें, दैट इज लेट ऑनसेट FGR. आई विल टीच यू इन वेरी सिंपल पिक्टोरियल मैनर एंड यू विल रिमेंबर इट फॉर एवर, आई गेस. एंड लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट, a philosophical karma take home message. Wait for this message. So here we go. Before starting this presentation, 3 things I want you to remember. One concept. See, God makes the organs in the fetus inside the uterus only. Whether they are useful inside the uterus or they are not useful inside the uterus. One of the biggest organ is lungs. The lungs is not working inside. Okay, so the circulation is ready, but there is a very high resistance in the lung circulation. So first concept you have to understand Doppler and fetal circulation is we wish to bypass the right circulation which provides to the lungs. That's the first concept. In this presentation, what I want to intend to give you is the concepts. You understand the concept, the management follows itself. The second thing is, whenever I talk about Doppler, whenever I talk about the Doppler and I interrogate it, okay, I am talking about the organ next to that vessel. It's very important. Whenever you think about a Doppler, we are talking about organ next to that vessel. And third, with each presentation, you will see some stages popping up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember these stages. These are very important stages. 1, mild placental insufficiency. The severity goes on increasing. Just remember those stages, and at the end of my presentation, I will summarize all these stages to you. So here we go. My presentation is inspired by a Hollywood movie called as Fantastic Voyage. What in that the scientists have go into a spaceship and they go into human body. What I am going to do is I will sit on a RBC, I will take lot of oxygen and nutrients, and we will go inside the fetus body to understand what is happening inside. So here we go. I start from maternal body. I start from maternal heart, common iliac artery, internal iliac artery, and I come to uterine artery. This is $1 million landmark. You know, कौन बनेगा करोड़पति में बोलते हैं, $1 million का question. This is a stage where the whole world is looking at. This is very important. What happens at uterine artery? Uterine artery divides into arcuate, radial, basal, and spiral. See, this is very important concept. In pre-pregnancy state, there is no fetus inside. Okay, so there is no increased demand of oxygen nutrient. The status of uterine artery is like this. But as soon as the fetus comes inside, the state has to be like this, because my truck has to be loaded with oxygen and nutrient. And the moment this change doesn't happen, it predisposes to preeclampsia and FGR. Simple concept. And this fact has been utilized for diagnosis of FGR, prediction of FGR, and prediction of preeclampsia. So what we do? We interrogate uterine arteries in first trimester at cervical level, at second trimester at the crossing of external iliac arteries. How I do it? Some criteria: 2 mm gate, less than 30-degree angle, 3 beautiful waveforms, and the PSV, that is, it should be 60, so that we are not interrogating a wrong vessel. Okay, to interpret, जो सदियों से चला आ रहा है कि हम diastolic notch देखेंगे, हम लोग unilateral increase देखेंगे. Please stop it forever. Whosoever don't know, it's only the mean uterine PI which is important. We use centile charts, but for you, a simplest way is at NT scan more than 2.5, at anomaly scan more than 1.75. अगर इससे कट ऑफ ज़्यादा है, it suggests improper placentation and it is predisposed for FGR. So next we go to the placenta. This is mother side, this is fetus side, and here we are crossing out. This is like a big bazaar. You know, the basket is not allowed beyond that line. So I have to change my RBC. I change my RBC from maternal side to fetal side. And fasten your seat belts. Here we go. First, I sail into umbilical vein. See, my journey through umbilical vein has to be generally very smooth. Okay, I arrive at umbilical artery. मैं जब भी MBBS में पढ़ता था ना, I do not used to remember कितना artery कितना vein. I think this is the simplest way. 2 eyes as arteries and 1 smiling V. Just for a change. I sail through umbilical artery. My journey through umbilical vein has to be smooth always, without any turbulence. The moment I interrogate a turbulence, that's a problem. See, the one thing I told you, when we interrogate a vessel, we are talking about the organ ahead. When you interrogate umbilical vein, I am talking about the whole fetus. So if umbilical vein is abnormal, the whole fetus is dysfunctional. I have to deliver the fetus. It's a ominous sign. So here I go, I come to an interesting part, that is a two-way. We always like two ways. So it has a long cut, that is the portal circulation, but we always like shortcuts. The shortcut is the ductus venosus. So I want, with my all that nutrients loaded, I want to go to this shortcut. But why I want this shortcut? Because I want to go to the left side of the circulation. This ductus helps me in going to the left side circulation because it takes me to the foramen ovale. And it gives me an advantage of speed over the empty RBCs coming from lower body and the upper body. Here, what ductus does is, it looks like a sphincter. It puts me into the jet and it takes me to the foramen ovale directly. So, sphincteric action gives me advantage of force over the deoxygenated blood. So again, if I am interrogating a vessel, I am talking about the organ ahead of it. So if I am interrogating ductus venosus, please make it clear, I am talking about fetal heart. So if ductus is abnormal, the heart is failing, the stage is bad. So the typical waveform looks like this, with a good diastolic flow. Throughout the cardiac cycle, the flow has to be there. If it is increased, it is stage 3, that is suspicion of acidosis. If it is reversal, the stage is bad. It is definite acidosis, it is stage 4 of FGR. So why? Now this slide is coming again. So right circulation is closed, so God has made 2 beautiful structures. Those are the magical structures named as foramen ovale and ductus arteriosus to bypass the right circulation. So what happens is foramen ovale, the jet coming from ductus opens a foramen ovale just like this. Daya opens the door every time in the episode. And it takes us to the left of the circulation. That is what the concept of fetal circulation is. So it takes to the left side. The remaining deoxygenated blood goes to right ventricle. It goes to the pulmonary artery. But as you know, the pulmonary circulation is blocked. The high resistance. So this another wonderful structure has been created, that is ductus arteriosus, which takes us into the descending aorta directly. It's as simple as that. So what happens to the people who are, we are sitting on the RBC, going to the left ventricle, going to the ascending aorta, and we go to the branches of aorta. We are not bothered about this brachiocephalic and that subclavian. We are more bothered about that common carotid. It takes us to the brain circulation. Sab logo brain sparing baat karte, it happens here. And I want everybody to understand this concept, because is moment pe wrong interpretations can lead to premature deliveries. How it happens? It goes up to make the circle of Willis. The most common artery which is preferred for interrogation is middle cerebral artery, because it is commonly, it is very easily seen. The angle of insolation is almost zero, can be achieved. Here the waveforms normally are like tall buildings. जिसको भी नहीं पता है PI, you see a tall buildings, stay happy, the fetus is good. But the moment I see row houses or jhopdi juggi, there is definitely brain sparing, because the brain is taking more of oxygenated blood. Now what happens here is, see, there are three essential organs in human body. One is brain, another is heart, third is not kidney, it's adrenal. Okay, so if the baby is in distress, the baby preferentially shunts the blood to the essential organs. I cannot interrogate coronary arteries, I cannot interrogate adrenal arteries. The only part which remains is the brain circulation. Okay, so what brain does is, the arteries goes on dilating and dilating to take more and more blood from ascending aorta. That is what is called as brain sparing. And please note it down, it is only stage 1. Please do not deliver at brain sparing if the gestation is not gestation is premature. My talk will be incomplete without talking CP ratio, that is the hero of this decade. So what does this do is, this is the ratio of MCA PI to umbilical PI. Many a times umbilical is only partly raised, MCA is partly reduced. Still the fetus is sparing, it's the brain. Okay, so we use centile charts. For you, approximate value is less than 1. This is also stage 1. Okay, so please put it in your brain. I'll come to this later. Agar mujhe time milega, to I will teach aortic isthmus. I think you will not forget forever, but I will skip it for some time. Now the deoxygenated blood and oxygenated going into descending aorta, we come to the umbilical arteries. Again that smiling V, that umbilical wala, you will not forget it, I think. So if I interrogate umbilical arteries, I am talking about organ next to umbilical artery, that is placenta. So I am talking about the status of placenta. Kitna placenta damage hai, that umbilical arteries tell us. It's a typical seesaw pattern. It's a normal with good diastolic flow. The diastolic flow is decreased, it is stage 1 hypoxia. If it is absent, it is stage 2 hypoxia. If it is reverse, it is stage 3 hypoxia. It's very simple as that. My journey is coming to end. This is fetal side. I am going to the mother side. I am happy I safely arrived. So I compile it. I compile all the stages for you. This is very important. I have divided into 4 stages for you to apply it clinically. How do I do it? Stage 1 is umbilical increased or brain sparing, MCA reduced or uterine artery more than 95th centile. I aim to deliver the fetus at 37 weeks and weekly monitoring is recommended. And labor induction or C-section by your obstetric choice. Stage 2 is umbilical absent end-diastolic flow or reversal in ductus arteriosus, aortic isthmus. Bi-weekly monitoring, delivery aim around 34 weeks, CS is the preferred one. A preferred one, please don't quote my presentation, ki ye indication hai. This is for your knowledge. Third is stage 3, reverse end diastolic flow, ductus also increase, 1 to 2 days monitoring till we reach 30 weeks and deliver the fetus. The last is stage 4. जो सब लोग हम लोग सदियों से fetal distress करते हैं ना, the fetus is in stage 4, it's already compromised. We don't want to deliver stage 4 fetuses. It is DV reversal, 12 hours monitoring, 26 weeks delivery. Now this is controversial point. This is to be based on your NICU backup facilities and the parents' wish. And CS has to be there. ये एक slide का photo किसी को खींचना है तो this is the most important slide. Now I come to the late onset FGR. This is last moment adult presentation. Only pictorial presentation I will do. And you will not forget it forever. लेट ऑनसेट, वाई आई हैव टू डिफरेंशिएट, मुझे भेदभाव क्यों करना है, आजकल तो हर न्यूज़ में दिखाई देता है भेदभाव. इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज अर्ली ऑनसेट FGR fetuses शाउट, दे गिव यू प्रोमिनेंट फाइंडिंग्स. अम्बिलिकल बड़ा हुआ है, वेट एकदम छोटा है, MCA रिड्यूस्ड है, ब्रेन स्पेयरिंग है. दिस fetuses ओनली विस्पर, they give very subtle findings to you. That is why it is important to differentiate. Second, अर्ली ऑनसेट FGRs बहुत स्टूडियस है, वो अपना प्रोटोकॉल फॉलो करके चलते हैं मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम. लेट ऑनसेट FGR नॉटी है, दे जंप स्टेजेस, दे आर नॉट प्रेडिक्टेबल, दे कैन गो फ्रॉम अम्बिलिकल इंक्रीज टू डायरेक्टली स्टिल बर्थ ऑल्सो. सो दैट इज वाई दिस डिफरेंस इज इंपॉर्टेंट. दिस अर्ली ऑनसेट FGRs ये छोटे हैं पर ये काफ़ी अजाइल है. दीज आर वेरी टॉलरेंट टू हाइपोक्सिया, बट दिस ये मोटे लोग हैं, ये ज़्यादा टॉलरेंट नहीं है हाइपोक्सिया के लिए. दे कैन गेट डैमेज्ड इजीली विथ स्मॉल अमाउंट ऑफ हाइपोक्सिया ऑल्सो. दिस पार्ट ऑल्सो इम्पोर्टेंट कि वी आर वेरी फॉन्ड ऑफ दिस छन्नी विथ दिस स्क्रीनिंग प्रोसीजर्स. अर्ली ऑनसेट जितने भी स्क्रीनिंग प्रोसीजर्स है, दोज आर मोस्ट इफेक्टिव फॉर अर्ली ऑनसेट FGR, नॉट फॉर लेट ऑनसेट. वो छन्नी से निकल जाएंगे. दीज आर द लेट ऑनसेट FGRs. तो करें क्या हम लोग? अर्ली ऑनसेट, हाँ, दिस इज मार्मिक मैसेज. अर्ली ऑनसेट इज मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट बिकॉज वी वरी अबाउट fetal loss, we worry about iatrogenic prematurity, okay? But in late onset, we still worry about stillbirths. We worry more about intrapartum or intraoperative distress, seizures, encephalopathies, maybe the school progress of the child, maybe some adult onset diseases. So that's what I give on to this some fear of fetal loss and more of responsibility of the future generation. That is late onset FGR. And this slide कि हम करें तो क्या करें? See, I am not here to make policies. Okay, policy के लिए ACOG बैठा है, policy के लिए RCOG बैठा है, ICOG बैठा है. I am here to manage each fetus as valuable. I will definitely do ultrasound at 37 weeks to catch these late FGRs. पकड़ के क्या करूँगा? These are the criteria what I follow. Severe smallness, less than 3rd centile. Smallness, less than 10th centile with subtle findings. Increase uterine, reduce MCA, reduce CP ratio. Or, this is important, decline in growth trend. Although they are not less than 10th centile, the difference in centile by around 50% is important to diagnose these late FGRs. पर एक मुझे क्राइम नहीं करना है, that is SGA और late FGR के बीच में confuse नहीं करना है, because this is SGA and this is FGR. Okay, these are good performing fetuses. These are small fetuses with no Doppler abnormalities. These has to go till 40 weeks, not to terminate earlier. And these are the crimes. These are the late FGRs are the criminals. These you have to catch. Timing of delivery, although controversial, 37-38 weeks is a good time to deliver truly diagnosed late FGRs. अब हर कोई इस स्लाइड के लिए वेट कर रहा होगा कि सर नॉर्मल ग्रोथ विद रिड्यूस CPR, रिड्यूस MCA, तो क्या करना है? सबके दिमाग में एक क्वेश्चन उठ रहा है. मैं 5 ही पॉइंट बताऊंगा आपको. इफ यू कम अक्रॉस अ फीटस विथ नॉर्मल ग्रोथ, नो डिक्लाइन विथ दीज फाइंडिंग्स, रिपीट आफ्टर सम टाइम, दे मे बी नॉर्मल. There is no consensus worldwide, because what to do? There is no consensus. Report it with caution, because this can increase the operative interventions. But to a big fact, those are the hypoxic fetuses are more than 10 centile. Around 50% fetuses are more than 10 centile. So major chunk is normal growing fetuses with hypoxia. So red flag them for yourself, not for the patient. You remember it or I convey it to my obstetrician. And now I will not take aortic isthmus, I will just come to my marmic take home message. Please listen to it. जब भी इंसान कोई भी काम करता है, whenever we do action, it lands into 3 different categories. 1, don't do it, अगर हम करते नहीं हैं. We just do it somehow, or we do it to make a difference. We maximum obstetricians, maximum sonologists land into this second criteria. Sometimes we do Doppler only for doing it. We do sonography just for doing it. We deliver the fetus just क्योंकि report में लिखा हुआ है. I urge everybody to shift from this second line to the third action, that do a Doppler to interpret properly, do a growth scan to interpret properly, and deliver at appropriate time to give an optimum outcome to the fetus to make a difference. Thank you so much.